Hello. Well, that...
Always forget about it.
That was a throat slit. That was timed very well. Well, welcome back. Okay, so, hey, what's up? It's me. I'm your guy. I'm junior apocalypse intern. I don't have my master or my doctorate yet, but I'm aiming to do the apocalypse thing. Heckin', it's me, it's Logan, it's your guy, and this is Nat19 Devil's Might Surrender session number 43, and we unfortunately are missing, 2 people today. Sound off, people we're missing.
Good job.
Maybe we're not missing anybody.
Spencer. Voted most likely not to sound off when he's not there. We're currently missing Hayden and Spencer today. One's on vacation and the other's watching Tenacious D. So, they had better things to do all around.
They had more important things than their friends.
Yeah, they should do their friends.
What the fuck, guys?
Spencer voted most likely not to do his friends. But we have everybody else. Today's session will probably be a little bit short on account of not wanting to get too far ahead with them. Normally, if we were missing 2 people, we would just, call it, but we've missed so many games lately, so we want to at least get the ball rolling a little bit. Does anybody have anything that they want to announce circa their channels or anything before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this whole thing?
No.
No?
Nope,
Nobody?
nothing interesting going on with me right now.
Nobody's doing anything fun?
Nope, not a single fun thing.
What is fun?
Come to the Tuesday games, #CoolKids!
Thanks. Thanks for trying. Okie dokie. I'm gonna throw us over to the kaboom. Alright, so last time, if I'm recalling what session was the last session, and it's actually been long enough that I am even a little bit doubting that I remember what session was last session. I'm pretty sure last session was you guys all went off on your own and you found pieces to repair the plane and had a litany of talks and discussions among yourself about things. You decided you were heading to a Dramalek. You invited the Knights of Ulyssia, you invited them to make their way to you, but they would have to find a vehicle to do so. So they're going to look for a helicopter to see if there's one at the airfield or if the Order of the Sword had left any behind. And at the same time, you were like, Briar, come here. We need shopping services. Oh, and he was like, I'll give it a try. And then he got shot down by a Dramalek as he went by it and was like, I'm in the ocean. You're going to have to resolve this until I get out of in the ocean. So
also, I can't move or I'll be eaten.
I'm pretty sure there's a possible sea monster below me and a flying fortress that wants to shoot me up top. I am Driftwood. I can become one with the sea. And you guys went to fix the plane. Manny spent effectively the entire day in the arcade that still worked, because of course it did, of this resort. You guys found the means to fix the planes that you were trying to do, and in the process, Gino almost got T-boned by a plane containing one Mr. Dante Devil May Cry, who has been slowly catching up with the party's activities, and now is ahead of them, off to do the adventure himself. He no longer requires you. He's decided you missed too many sessions. He's off to finish the campaign himself.
Get the fuck back here, Dante.
Every session we miss, Dante gets a little closer to his goal.
Oh, jeez. He's
yells in Irish.
Yeah, right. Alrighty. And you guys came back, you rested for the night, you got some drinks, And I believe we went to the next morning when you guys woke up expecting the plane to be fixed. But however, I will open up the table to let's bring things in before you guys go to sleep or anything. Is there anything you as a group would like to do before you settle in and wait for the next morning? Especially since now that we have Aaron here, we have Manny. And all it cost us was the other two.
The last thing we had said about the Dante sitch was that we're gonna keep it to ourselves until we see Dante, right? So that we don't
yes.
Yeah, so that Manny gets surprised. Yeah. So no talk about Dante, even though he's on the thumbnail.
It's alright, Manny can't see the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Guys, have you seen the thumbnail?
Fuck!
I mean,
I beat Halo 2. Apparently.
The arcade version.
I finished the fight, except there's like 6 more, so I feel like that's not true.
I feel like we'll be getting all of the stuff together where it is needed, all of the different ship parts. I mean, I think we found everything, right? Like we found everything we needed.
Yeah, you already. I mean, you brought them to Takumi. That's already done.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll try to try to protect this place for a bit while that's getting worked on.
Yeah.
I'll go and keep a lookout in the sweltering fucking heat.
True. It's getting very hot.
Fine. We have all the 8 fans going.
Yeah.
I do nothing of any use except for occasionally stick my face in front of a fan and go, ah.
I believe the pool has evaporated.
Oh shit.
Oh,
There goes my backstroke practices.
I might have brain cooking. I was kidding, I think. Am I? Heat
We're
stroke.
just on the cusp of a heat stroke. Like Marty at this point.
Help.
Gino has nothing in particular. He'll just, hang out with Nicolo and watch out for shit and keep his axe on Nicolo's back so he doesn't die of heat stroke.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You're my best friend. You just climbed up there really high. No one can ever take it over anymore.
Love you too, buddy.
eh?
I was cracking my neck.
Oh, I see.
Oh wait, I remember now. I was doing prestidigitation and being a little air conditioner.
Aha, yes, indeed.
Marile, you jumped higher than Gino. Thank you. Thank you.
No, I think there was a joke that Marile was just sitting on Nicolo's shoulders, just doing do while he was working.
Yeah.
Just using prestidigitation to just shoot cold wind at him.
Yum 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 yum. I hoped that would have gone on longer, so I ate a little koala bear, but then you all stopped.
Oh.
I miscalculated my window.
Oh no.
All right, in
Well,
that case, you guys
If
all.
Arden summons his dog, does his dog stay around forever?
I think basically, yeah.
I want to bring out my dog.
Oh,
Well,
right.
please.
I forgot to mention. There was a mix-up in transit where the style points thing got depreciated during an update, and we sort of lost track of how many style points everyone has. So guess what, everybody? Maximum. Go up to maximum style points.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
Oh my.
And that is 7?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Everyone go up to 7. You're welcome. The game glitched. Okay, so you guys rest through the night doing whatever it is you're doing. Playing games, trying to stay cool, sticking your head into fans, going bah into fans, having an axe pressed against your back, having prestidigitation be hit at you to keep you cool, keeping watch, watching the waves, thinking about how Briar might be out there, and maybe he's floating in the same place, but I wonder if you wait a while, I wonder how far away he'll drift. Will he drift like back to shore, get another shot to come over here? Probably not. It's unlikely. So you guys spend the until about 8 a.m. the following day. You managed to get lots of sleep. It is now Wednesday, the 23rd of July, years 2025 of... It's the real world, so I feel weird saying the first age, because it's kind of not, technically, but that's not a thing that we keep track of, really, in the real world.
I also love that every one of those things you said sounded like you were reading a fantasy name. Like the 25th of July.
Of July. Also, I meant
What is the year
23rd, my
again?
bad. 2025.
Oh, okay. Man, I haven't had a summer this hot since 2023. Oh.
Around when you guys are sleeping, anyone that's still awake around like 7:30, you will emphatically hear coming out from the building that is being used for the plane repair. You will hear the buzzing of tools and mechanical whirring of various implements, the tightening of screws and such finally come to a halt. You'll hear an engine being tested, the vibrations of it, the sound of a propeller spinning up and then being allowed to spin back down. And then finally, after all of that, you guys will hear a distant woo! Around 8, when you are all finally awake, it is the following day. There is a greater degree of heat. It's very humid, very dry. When you walk outside, you see grass is beginning to wither and die out in the forest. You see some of the trees, tropical as they may be, have gone from snowy and overly moist and droopy to being somewhat withered. They're shriveling up to a degree, and their long, stocky leaves have not fallen off, but mostly degraded down to being these pathetic, limp, tattered remains of what they were. Across the asphalt of the area that you're on, there are prominent heat waves even 20, 30 feet off into the distance, and when you step out onto it, those of you not protected from the elements, you feel as if you're stepping onto a frying pan, just being on any hard surface.
I don't think the world liked that I beat Halo, you guys.
Maybe this is that next game. Do they fry the planet with the next game?
They glassed the planet.
Okay, so it is the next game.
Also, that's 2 games after,
Oh,
but it's also before.
oh.
So, Takumi, you finished the plane yet?
Right, I sure did. I would come out, but I don't want to come out of the shade of this building.
Oh, that's,
It's hot!
I get you. It's super easy. I guess let's fucking get moving.
Hello again.
We all ready to go?
I'm having a problem with Arden's sheet.
What's that?
I can't get off the journal tab. No matter how many times I like turn it off and turn it back on, I cannot get off the journal tab for some reason. So I might not be able to play Arden.
Like, click off the game.
Click click main. Click the main tab. Does that take you off of it?
No, I can't get off of the journal tab at all.
Can you
See-
close the entire window?
See,
I can close that.
I'm kind of having the same problem as you. I have to click really far out, like near the edge of the tabs to make it work.
Yeah, the tabs are funny.
Oh, okay, all right, I did it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's another weird thing about the update. I apologize. The Fantasy Grounds had a big, I guess, UI overhaul, and it broke a bunch of things.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I had to remake the theme and why all of our stuff looks a little bit new, because I had to rebuild it from the ground up, and now it looks a little bit more sleek, and I like it, but I had to rebuild it. But anyways, yeah, you guys are all stepping out.
I step out into the heat as Arden.
Okay.
I die.
Heat strokes in Arden.
That makes sense.
Oh, here I go.
Finally.
Just Emmanuel just see him collapse and like catch on fire and just finally no change on
According to plan. But yeah, are we ready to go?
You guys
I believe so. The sooner we leave, the sooner we can hopefully help out. Well, if he's still around. You think he made it through the days? He probably did.
He
Probably.
probably did.
Probably fine.
What? You talking about Briar?
Yeah.
It's been a day. It's not even. It's been a night. Like it's not like
You were
like
playing games a long.
Baby.
You were playing games a long time, Manny.
Was I? What year is it?
We are not going to gaslight the child.
He was playing. That was playing for an entire day.
It is fine, Manny. Don't worry.
Okay.
You guys do as you look out to the side, looking back towards the coast. You do catch that there seems to be a haze, as there once was with the blizzard, but it seems to be a haze born of light distortion caused by heat, obviously. But also there is a steam haze just falling over the entirety of the bay now that makes it a bit harder to see the shore. Not impossible. But there's just this cloud, this mist-like cloud that is definitely steam just hanging over everything with a Dramalek floating at the top of it.
See, this is why winter is better. I can put things on, but I can only take off so much.
Can't take over anything. So I don't have any frame of reference. Anyway, I'm getting in the plane now.
Yep. You guys walk over. Takumi is, heckin' outer shirt off, sleeves rolled up as far up as they can go, like top 2 buttons undone, sweating heavily in the heat, refusing to step out into the sunlight. As you do, there's a bunch of fans that are going in the garage as well, which is what we'll call it. It's a hangar. We'll call it a garage. The plane looks very patchwork. There are sections of it, like wings and whatnot, that appear to be of a slightly different color, appear to have been kind of hastily welded into place. But it looks like a whole plane. There's a whole plane in front of you. One entire plane.
It's beautiful.
Best plane ever.
I will hope that the higher we get, the better it will be. Everybody get in.
Yeah.
Hope you don't mind, in this particular leg of your journey, I'm probably gonna stay here, I think.
Yeah, no, don't come with us.
Yeah?
Go somewhere nice and cold and have a snack, the best snack you've ever had, and don't die.
Will you be all right in this tropical resort by yourself?
I think I'll manage. I think I'll probably be okay. The main thing is I'm all up for adventure, but last time I kind of got catapulted out of the other one, and I survived, but that was fine. I know that there's that giant thing out in the water now, and I don't really want to encounter that again. And as much as I'm willing to deal with tropical heat, if wherever you're going gets much hotter than this, I am just gonna slow you down. So, good luck. I'll,
Do you have your
very
gun
much.
with you?
Do I have a gun?
Yeah.
You silly, tiny child. Of course I have a gun.
Good. There could be hoodlums about.
There could be hoodlums. You are very correct. Also, Manny, last call to not go to the flying bronze murder city?
What?
And
Oh
let,
no, we
let
gotta
the
go
grown-ups
there.
handle it?
I'm the grown-up up.
Yeah, right. Okay.
On the one hand, I do agree with you. On the other hand, I do not think we can do it without him. He's actually very strong.
Oh! Something I found? think you should take with you, Manny. One sec.
They go over to a mini fridge. They open it. There's just a like waft of cold air that immediately becomes mist that pours out of it. Manny, they toss a can across the hangar towards you.
I jump for it.
Oh my god, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm putting 7 style points into this.
You did this to us, Logan! You did this!
Actually, I guess I should go up to 7 and then just use them all. Silly me. Wah.
Oh my
Wah.
god, are you
Wah.
actually
Wah.
doing it?
Wah.
You had to
Wah.
nerf
Wah.
our boy!
If it is what I think it is, there's no allowing this to fail.
You still only got a 16!
Oh my
Wow.
god.
So, as you catch the crisp, cold can of Dr. Pepper in your hand, jumping up and getting it, there's like a slow-mo shot briefly, as small flicks of moisture just like fly off of it as you catch it. And as you come down, this is the chilliest, almost most commercial-looking can that you
Yeah, I
of
was
this
gonna say.
beverage you've ever seen.
This is like Sakuga animation going on here.
Yeah.
Couldn't let this holy artifact touch the ground.
Don't open
Because
it
it has
right
to
away.
touch
It's
my lips.
probably fizzy.
But I want it now.
Give it like a minute, or it's going to blow up in your
Okay.
face.
1, 2, 3.
The suspense is killing me. Open it.
Okay, open it.
I immediately have to place my face against it because it foams up too much. Because it's Dr. Pepper.
Just like drinking up all the fizz.
Oh yeah, do that thing where the immediate reaction is like it's over. Oh, into me you go.
So, Manny, how do you feel about that?
I relate.
All right, let's go.
For reasons.
You have 3 of these?
I said different reasons.
Oh.
That was an Aaron brain fart moment. Aaron heard what he wanted to hear there.
All right, Marile, I presume that you are likely going to be piloting the plane.
I will do in attempting.
Okay. As you guys get into it, as Takumi waves you guys off, the plane sputters to life. The propeller begins to go as they walk over and they pull the doors to the hangar all the way open ahead of you. Marile, I would like you to roll me a intelligence check.
Okay. Oh man. I think I literally just do this. Hold on.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You manage to work out exactly how this plane works relatively quickly. It's very similar to the last one. As you go in, you allow it to go out of brake. It begins to jostle forward. As it moves, you guys hear a series of rattling noises coming from the inside of the chassis around you. What could be just loose screws, but also could be loose parts rattling within the plane itself. As it pulls out and it moves forward, Marile, you would do what you have to do. You would direct it around so that it goes adjacent and is pointed towards the bay. I would like you, for the purposes of piloting, as it begins to move faster, to please roll me a dexterity check.
Oh shit.
We die.
Oh my god!
We die.
You begin
begin to pilot. Yuma goes forward, triumphantly, everything very somber. The hero's departing. It goes off the ramp over the bay, and it plops down and just hits the water. Anyway, roll me another one.
Okay, another dexterity check.
Yes, please.
Okay, give me a minute. I might
Arden
have gone
puts
a
on
bit.
his seatbelt.
14.
Okay, so you hit the water, but not at an angle where you plummet directly into it, but you do, like, go off the side of this, like, beachside resort, and it just sort of goes into the water. It goes high enough that the propeller's about half sunk into the water, and just... and it stalls in the water.
Are you sure everything's going right? Oh, don't worry, everything's under control.
Right, I understand. Just from the shore, I understand the confusion. It's meant to be in the sky.
I'm figuring it out. There's a delay.
Scared and Irish.
So you are now floating in the water.
Look, okay, okay, I'm trying to remember. Okay, maybe I just forgot to push a certain button or a crank, or maybe I have to hit the gas harder.
Hey, Gino, can you have your echo push from the back?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. He'll do so. He'll summon his echo and everything.
Your echo appears in the back and just like back against it, pushing. Roll me an athletics check, please. This is what I expected to be doing, but that was a 1. Can't believe the adventure ends here.
That's a
Good day to die.
He's like pushing it, it's moving a little bit forward, and it's just like cut to a wide shot of you guys doing this, and Takumi just standing like hands on their hips, being like, not quite the heroic departure I quite expected this to be.
Hey, Odin, get out and push.
I'll do it.
Grabs onto a Theo.
That's all your Arden said. When you're in control of Arden, it's just like, All right, Marile, why don't you roll me a wisdom check, and we'll see if you can. Like...
Oh yeah, cause that's the one we want to roll. That one. 14. That was almost a nat 20. I'm mad.
It was. Still a really good number.
You figured that if you can get like the propeller up above the water, you can probably get this thing to move enough to take off, but as it currently is, even with him pushing from the behind, it's still a full plane, right? So it is slowly sinking further into
Okay, everybody, I have an idea. You see how it is sinking on one side?
Yeah.
We should all put our weight on the other side and hope it tilts, and if not, then we're done. Then aquí es donde se acaba todo ya. Hasta aquí llegamos.
Don't say that. I'm sure we can get it to work. Everybody, get to one side.
Okay, I'll get to one side.
Everyone's just like scooched to one side.
Mostly just me and Gino, to be honest. We are responsible for most of it.
Everybody moves to the other side of the plane, hoping that it will tilt. Tell you what, everybody.
Push
We're
harder, Echo,
gonna
Gino.
do a strange thing. We're gonna do a leading percentile die check, and Marile's gonna be the leader. I'd like everybody to roll me a percentile die. Roll me a D100, please, except for Marile. You do yours after.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I mean, but higher's bad.
Oh, no. Why can't it be good?
That's just not the way it works.
Hey, me and Arden did great, baby.
Give me one from Theo.
Oh, yeah. Heck,
100 again.
Nope.
Why?
All right, everybody, make sure to be aware that the lights on the floor have illuminated. The nearest exit may be behind you.
Okay, so Marile, I want you. Let's see, what is that? That's 5050.
Could this just be all of today?
This session's name is just the one with the plane. Fucking Marile, put a -5 in the modifier window and roll me a d100. How great would that be if we got to tell the others?
-35.
-5, just -5. Wouldn't it be great if we got to tell the others, like, so what did you get done? They're like, well, they took off in the plane and then they didn't. Okay, you guys all shift your weight over to one side all together, and Marile, as they do, you sort of engage the engine to try to give it a bit more of a kick. As they do, it does tilt up enough that the propeller side of the plane lifts up out of the water. Roll me.
Push, Echo Gino! Push!
I tell you what, let's do two things. Echo Gino, roll me another athletics check, and Marile, roll me another dexterity check.
Okay, I'll fucking...
My God.
Push, Echo Gino! Push!
Doing it. 29.
I will say his 29 will give you advantage. Roll it again, Marile.
Okay.
I'm trying. Oh!
Okay, that's better.
Oh, okay.
As it begins to push, they're pushed underwater, the Echo sort of goes underneath the beach water and starts like frantically kicking their footsies, trying to push the plane. As the propeller kicks up on the other side, it sputters and begins moving forward, and a couple of times the nose of the plane lists down and sort of slaps the water comically, until eventually it begins to steer up. This being a biplane, the bits of the plane that are meant to give flotation, which have been failing to, get above the water, skim along it, and then takes off up into the air. And you guys are now flying across the bay, heading towards the Dramalek.
I can't believe Dante took all the cool with him.
Great job, Marile. Yeah, good job. I completely believed in you. Is inside of the life jacket.
Thank you. I'm glad to know that you, Arden in particular, most likely to believe in me.
I think I was voted that in high school.
You went to high school.
He did not.
Well, in a sense.
He did not.
Wow.
Okay.
I
Can't believe
misjudged
you're
my koala
changing
window.
the canon of Spencer's character.
It's what you do whenever you play them, man.
Experimented on by a cult. Fucking changed the background. High school.
It
All
was
right.
like high school.
So it would take you guys a little bit to get there. We're going to just, for the sake of brevity, we're going to say this thing moves about as fast as a car does. So you guys are going from... Click. You guys are going from here up to there. You guys have about... One big square is about 1 hour of driving. You have about an hour and a half on this plane. What would you like to do? Would you like to talk about anything, address anything as you move? You do find, I will notice, will note that as you get high enough, you do get somewhat above the steam cloud, and you do notice most of the heat does seem to be down. Although the heat should be rising up, it seems like underneath a Dramalek is where the this dome of heat is, and everything above it is hot, but not as hot.
Oh, great. They're literally cooking us. Oh. Is everybody, everyone ready whenever we get out of here?
Hopefully.
Yeah, for the big
Most
fucking
likely.
robot thing, yeah.
We most likely will not be coming back down until this is settled.
Point
that's
of no
good fun.
return.
All the cool stuff's down there. There was an arcade.
We will take you to another arcade whenever we are done. There is this one that is I have prizes.
Oh? What kind of prize? Are they good? Or like,
You have to put the basketball in the hoop, and you get tickets, and then you give the tickets to them for big animals and game systems and stuff.
I heard if you press on a certain part of the ticket, like dispensers, and you pull really hard, you can just pull out more tickets.
I also heard that if you have good hand-eye coordination and you actually do really well in them, they kick you out.
Oh? Why would they do that? That doesn't sound fair at all.
Oh, that's not very fair. But if you make a big stink about it, then you can stay. But at that point, it's like they're not going to treat you. Just we go in there every now and then. We gradually gather the tickets. We don't try to get them all at once, and then we get you the best thing there. And then if they kick us out, it doesn't matter. We have the best thing.
You sure know a lot about arcades.
There's one in a shop that I visit a lot when I play my card games. We said in the beginning, we said in the beginning, I'm a Magic player. I play Magic the Gathering. That was something we said when I made the character.
The Nicolo deep lore.
You think I forgot? I play a great Vogan deck.
Why is that what gets me? Yeah, I heard that the vestige set of cards are a bit broken.
What do you think I play them?
I just imagine Marilyn in her own little her little pilot seat, trying to make up like her own those little pilot speeches before while the plane is flying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's all in Spanish. You guys wouldn't understand it.
Oh, I understand.
Señoras y señores, bienvenida a la borda, la puta madre de mi suerte. Hoy día estamos sobre una actitud de no me preguntas. Llegaremos a nuestra distinción en algún punto. Por favor, cállense las bocas y pórtense bien o te parto las ángeles de la guarda. Gracias por volar con la mami. I stuttered a little bit. Fuck. I stuttered near the end. I'm sad.
That part's in English.
Fuck, let me try it again. Fucking says the whole year. Everyone else is like, I mean, never mind.
Funnier in Spanish.
Listen, it's really funny to me anyways. Not understanding is its own charm.
Yes. I'll let chat someone translate.
I always love pretending like I understand as Nicolo, because Nicolo would understand.
As you guys fly closer to it, you're about a couple hours out from Adramalek, and you find that on the map itself, this thing would occupy like that much space. As you get close to it, this flying city, which you've only ever seen in the distance, or you've seen from the towers when you've been like between worlds, this thing's huge. It's like at least a few miles across. This thing contains a city unto itself. Now that you're up above it, you see that the bottom of it is mostly this citadel, almost like Star Wars level of incomplete spires and columns coming down off of this massive bronze and metallic ring that surrounds most of it, with the only things punching out from that ring being the four like arms of this structure, upon which are the talons, effectively, that you guys were climbing that had been displaced into this world before. The center, which covers at least a few miles across, protected by this elevated wall of bronze around it, is this empire-like citadel, this almost Anor Londo from Dark Souls style series of towers and citadels, streets, labyrinthian-looking passageways. It's just this massive Borgian conglomeration of metal twisting in onto itself with various plates with different layers of structures. Imagine, just because I'm using all the references, you're basically approaching a flying version of Final Fantasy VII's Midgard. That is the best way to describe the complexity and density of what is ahead of you. As you get close to it, like, you can see detail on this despite still being like an hour out from it. You can already tell so much about what's in the center of this thing because it is just so prominent and huge and larger than life. And you can see that deep in the center of this massive complex, there is one particular structure that has its own series of spires kind of wrapping around it like a fence. But there's this one citadel-like bronze structure in the center that spirals upwards, reaching up a height higher than anything else on this massive disk of foreign civilization ahead of you.
Hey, Pito, do we have to worry about getting knocked out of the sky like Briar?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Once we're flying over the airspace for this thing, its defenses will likely kick in, and it will attempt to knock us from the sky. I presumed that you would have expected as much.
Just wanted to make sure before we got there.
I have to go to the bathroom.
You can go when we land.
But I gotta go now.
We can't turn around now. Can you
Is
go
there a
over
bathroom on the plane?
Can you go over the side?
What? Probably, but that seems impractical.
That's a good way to get us killed.
This is like a... Would a biplane have a bathroom? This is all like with the sports arena where I was like, you're on the sports part. I don't... Sure! Roll a D100! Roll a D100! Is there a bathroom on the plane? Let's let fate decide.
I was gonna say, biplanes are pretty small.
Yeah. So are boats, though, and like, yeah, the fucking personal boats have little tiny...
Are we looking at like a biplane, like an Amelia Earhart sort of biplane, or like...
I mean, that'd be too small for us to be in, all of us.
Yeah.
So you guys are in like an Indiana Jones landing on the river kind of biplane, the ones that have like the big old flotation
floaty
things on the
things.
side. Yeah, that's the kind of the vibe.
Indiana Jones biplane. That's still pretty small.
Listen, could be bigger. What's a 53?
well,
Yeah, you rolled
maybe
rolled over a 50. That's typically a no for me when it's a percentile die. So I'm gonna have to say no bathroom on this plane. Too tiny.
Can you hold it for 1 hour?
I'm not gonna like it. I can't even go anyways. The seatbelt sign's still on.
Oh, sorry. Click.
There we go.
I love the beeping.
This is the shittiest private jet ever. Doesn't even have a fucking bathroom.
If you want,
Titan would never.
If you want, I can hang him out. I can hang him over to the side on my spear. I'm sure everything will be fine.
I don't believe you. Oh, so you sound nerdier than
I
normal.
love that your Arden. Your Arden's up here when he talks. I love it. All right, let's go. I don't have an accent, and I'm this.
I can't do an Irish accent.
I know. I'm not deriding you. I just think it's really funny.
I'm a nerd in Irish.
He caught a cold. He caught a cold.
It's a heat cold, you know. I'm
He
all
caught a
dying.
hot.
Does anybody have a water bottle somewhere that is empty?
You have the Dr. Pepper can, right?
That is open.
How dare you? I'll kill you.
Manny, that isn't nice.
I would go 1,000 days and nights before desecrating this beautiful artifact.
I thought you didn't know how you felt about it yet.
What?
Even the Titan had a bathroom.
Currently, my opinion is positive.
I mean, after having the best damn Dr. Pepper, like, ever, I'd assume, yeah.
I finished this thing 20 minutes ago, and it's still sweating. That's not even possible.
These are the
Guess you
problems
just
we're
have to
solving
hold it.
today.
Marile, how much longer do you think it will be?
I said at some point.
Did you just, are we there yet?
I was trying to find out for you!
What a dork.
Look, how about this? The more time you spend thinking about it, the more likely you're going to need to go.
Thinking about
So
what?
don't think of... Exactly.
What? Why is everyone looking at me?
I just sit back down. You know, maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe we don't need. Maybe I don't.
Well, that problem appears to have solved itself somehow. So, about another hour goes by.
Guys, I have to go to the bathroom.
You approach the edge of a Dromalek, and again, now that you are effectively over the structure, you do see the massive form of it in even greater splendor. It seems to be moving almost in slow motion below you. So vast is it that once you're over it, you can't necessarily even see the bay below you or the city below you. It takes up the entirety of your view from here on out. You also, I'd like everybody to roll me a perception check, and Marile, I'd like you to do it with advantage, on account of you being the pilot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, brr, 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 brr.
Nice, brr, brr, brr.
Find my perception. Yay, 17.
Okay. Shut up, Nicolo.
Just go away.
Gino, Marile, and Nicolo, you guys notice, as you guys are looking out at it, I'm gonna get rid of you. We don't really need you now. You guys notice, you look out towards the massive structure, the city that is a Dromalek, that not only is it huge and complex, but sections of it appear to be changing in real time. Entire areas that you would liken to the size of city blocks appear to be moving and shifting around within it, as if this structure is constantly rebuilding itself. You also note that it seems to be ejecting particularly damaged sections of the structure. As you see, parts of it appear to be damaged, burnt, destroyed, perhaps by the ancient war it was caught in, perhaps by being in the Lazarus Zone for so long, perhaps damaged during its travel here. You're not sure. All you know is that large chunks of it that appear to be damaged, with buildings that are crushed or burnt or have been disintegrated, it seems to be pushing them further out to the side, and you actually see chunks getting ejected away and seemingly replaced with new material, though you can't tell where from, as if the Dromalek in its entirety is repairing itself.
Oh no.
No, stop.
Put it out.
Oh no.
That's bad. Do we see any signs of any big fucking robots like flying around and shit that we like fucking like the thing that Briar was talking about maybe?
You're still a few hundred feet like above the surface of a Dromalek, and as you go, you do see some dots and metallic elements that appear to be moving around, but it's hard to distinguish what would be creatures or Angelo armors or what have you, and what is just shifting elements of the terrain. As you proceed forward, you don't see anything that makes you think of the dangers that you were warned of by Briar. You don't see anything that's like particularly massive from where you are.
Cool. Yeah, let's just bring us in.
And land where? It's not like it's got a runway, right?
We don't need one of those.
Let's
You ever
hopefully
played,
get past the defenses first.
I mean, we could solve two problems at once if you just hear this little fella out for a moment.
What's
I'm
up?
gonna go pee, by the way. If we have you ever played the smash hit video game Just Cause?
No.
No.
It's not as good as people remember. But if you could fly directly toward the defenses and then leap out of the airplane, and then the airplane will blow up on them, and then they'll be dead, and you'll be in the air. I haven't thought further than this.
We'll keep it in mind, Manny. But first, Marile, do you think you can land this thing?
I'm sure I can land it as sure as I was that I could get it off the ground.
Good. All right.
Good enough.
All right.
As you
I
proceed
trust
forward,
you. I believe in you.
as you guys all discuss the possibility of landing, You see sections of this thing beginning to peel away. You see large, almost missile silo-like chambers opening up in different parts of it. And these spires, these spiraling metallic, like corkscrews, effectively, almost like giant spiraling nails, begin emerging in a line, almost forming a pattern of what seems like a runway from where you are, until you see lights beginning to charge up on the sides of each of them. You see small ports opening, and all at once, about 200 feet from where you are, the sky is filled with a swarm of tiny demonic energy blasts soaring towards you, all each of them no larger than the size of a needle, but so numerous are they that they become evident, and Marile, they're heading straight towards you and towards the plane. I would like to know what you would like to do in response to this swarm of tiny little projectiles coming your way.
Okay, well, let us look through our actions. And then still be confused about what to do.
I'm gonna go, internally.
Well then. Hold on. Does the plane count as me?
It really depends on what you want to do.
Dimension door.
No! No, the plane is not you!
Also, even if it did, you only take one person with you, and all the rest of us. What?
Am I the plane?
You are not the plane in this context.
Well, you know what? It did not hurt to ask. It's done me such good job.
The plane just vanishes and reappears on the other side of the swarm of lasers, and everyone's just like, how the fuck did you do that? What the fuck is that?
This is where I start regretting not getting that one spell you recommended I get. Well then. For now, I was just quickly looking over the spells and thinking, like, what could I actually use that could maybe do something about these projectiles? But they are not human, nor construct, nor have a thought. So I can't use anything. So,
Question, Logan. Can Arden cast shield on the plane?
Sure. Right now, so we're not so much addressing this from a combat perspective as much as give me neat ideas and I'll see what I can do with them. Yeah, if Arden wants to get to the front and like cast shield to give the entirety of the plane this like slightly metallic sheen, as soon as you collide with these or they hit you, we'll address what that does for you guys. But maybe we won't have to deal with that. Who knows?
Won't get the chance.
That is what he will do. He will get up, still having his life jacket on, go to the front, and then cast shield.
other than that, I think the only other idea that she can think of is just trying to swerve the plane away from them and hope that they're not locked on.
All right, why don't you roll me, for the purposes of this, why don't you roll me an acrobatics check?
Alrighty.
How acrobatic is this plane?
I can do that.
That's pretty good.
Pretty damn acrobatic.
Everybody else in the plane. As Marile hard shifts the controls and the plane buckles and begins to move, as Arden puts their hand out and puts a veil of demonic energy around the entirety of the plane to try to protect it. Is there anything individually that you would like to do to try to deal with this situation?
I have my one and only solution to all problems.
I also have my one and only solution to all problems.
What could that be, Aaron?
Gina, I want you to hold on to me because the last time I did anything like this in an airplane wasn't great.
Aaron.
I got you. I pick him up from under the arms.
Aaron.
Flat.
I want you to know whatever you do. Whatever you roll.
Yeah.
Anything that says you is the plane and everything in it.
Perfect.
Oh no.
So let's see where that goes. Because that's not the stunned one.
Oh no.
It's so gonna be the stunned one.
That plane gets stunned. god!
The plane thinks something really cool.
I will say more so if it is a condition-based one, it won't affect everybody inside, but the main thing I want to get across is whatever he does, it will affect the entirety of the plane and its passengers.
That's so funny.
Because that sounds fun to me.
I target those projectiles or whatever one's in the front, and I ring them.
All right, roll the ring.
Meh.
The result you get is you cast Fairy Fire. They begin to light up more brightly as the projectile's coming towards you. You know what? I'll grant this. This will...
I can see them more.
That works out.
Marile, let's say that this grants you advantage on attempting to dodge them and that it kind of gives some depth to what you're seeing. Before it was just a swarm. Now this Fairy Fire is giving like the ones closer to you more vibrance so you can dodge more efficiently. Roll me acrobatics again, and if you get higher, we'll use that one.
All right. Again. No.
It's a shame I didn't petrify the plane.
Okay. How about Theo, Gino, and heckin' Theo and Gino?
I have an idea for Theo.
And Nico, I guess.
How close are these like little missiles at this point?
At this point, less than 100 feet and incoming. And this is like, what are you doing in the moment where Marile like hard jeers the controls? Like the plane is beginning to list as it begins to try to dodge. That is the moment. You have like maybe 3 or 4 seconds before this hail of projectiles swarms the plane.
I was gonna suggest that Theo pull a Virgil and use Wind Chain and Blue Crescent combined to like slash a bunch of the fucking like missiles out of the air that are following us.
That sounds metal as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, I would allow that. Fucking so roll me an attack roll and we'll see how that goes. So from inside the plane, like she's doing like hand on the handle, preparing to strike Wind Chain so the attacks are outside the plane.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god, do it.
Heckin' Theo attacks with...
I'm so sorry, Hayden. The coolest thing Theo's ever doing and you're not here for
Heckin', here's Yamato. Oh no, she can't use Yamato Dead Echo unless she's double triggered.
Yeah.
Okay, so Katana. Oh, I didn't give her all of her things. I will use 3 of them.
It's like, I didn't use
Sorry,
all of her
Hayden.
things. I use all of her things. Alright, go for it. So 3d4 on top of this. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll with the katana.
Yeah. Oh, that was really close, but it's a 35.
Okay. Noting that that's going to be happening as you do this. Nicolo and Gino, what are you guys doing?
The only thing I can do, I point magic straight at where the bullets are coming from and shoot blindly. That's
From
all I do.
inside the plane?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's good. Roll me an attack, but roll it with superior cover.
That's all I know how to do.
They're shooting at you, just a hail of tiny projectiles firing at you. Just aim your gun forward, shoot back. Ah! What are you shooting at? I don't know!
17.
And now, finally, Gino.
I guess he will try to use. I guess he'll use his echo and kind of try to. He'll just be ready to like block any like things incoming with his shield, like by using heckin' like Aegis of Ajax or something to like kind of deflect it if it'd get past Theo.
Okay. I am going to roll then, as you do that. Why don't you roll me a Constitution check to approximate that?
Okay.
Hey.
Oh!
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to roll a series of d20s to represent attack rolls against you guys. And we're going to see what happens. So, whoop-pow, 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 and whoop-pow. Cool. As they... Oh, wow, they did really badly. As they begin to fly forward, the initial ones, the more distant... Let me start again. The projectiles that are at the front of this swarm begin to light up as the fairy fire creates effectively a gradient that once they pass through a certain distance, they begin to shine more brightly, giving you guys some indication of which ones are coming closer. Using this indication, Nicolo will say that you start to aim your weapon to fire back at all the ones that are closest. You do begin firing, punching holes from the inside of the plane, shooting chunks of it off. There is a shattering of glass as you fire through the windows in front of you, and a surge forward striking several of the blasts. Basically all of the ones that begin coming close initially, you fire at, but some start to get through. As the swarm gets closer, it becomes denser, more numerous. And you simply don't have the ability to pull the trigger as quickly as they're coming. At that point, as if several shots are about to strike the plane, blades crest in along the air and begin striking them as a hail of shots begin, a hail of sword strikes from Theo, as they stand there seemingly concentrating, eyes closed briefly, very deep, very shallow. Breath, as their emerald eyes open and these slashes begin, deflecting ones that are coming closer. As this happens, Marile, you begin to try to take evasive action, trying to get out of the way of the greater swarm, knowing that these attempts to protect the plane are likely not going to be able to do it, as these blasts just seem to keep coming, and the cloud is becoming denser and denser and denser as time goes on. As you do, Nicolo, if I may make a general assumption, you rolled relatively well. Nicolo begins to refocus his shots along the towers that are firing, the spires that are shooting these things themselves, and as they are technically constructs, chunks of them begin getting blown out, causing this whole thing to begin to thin. However, as it becomes denser, more do begin to reach you guys. Small holes are pelted as these individual needles of energy start striking through the wings, going through it with almost no resistance. The plane is skewered, and thousands of tiny holes begin getting punched into it as the wings of the propeller begin to be damaged. Marile, I'd like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie. 15.
Ooh.
Okay. There is a pretty distinct coming from the front as the plane buckles, and you see the front propeller has been shaven off by these hits, but you manage to keep the plane level. It is no longer being propelled, but you are able to control it using what lift it has and glide effectively to continue trying to get away from these things. As you do so, the shield created by Gino, sort of the black material of Telemonia begins to appear as if segments of Telemonia begins appearing and covering sections that had been damaged so that you guys keep your lift and can continue to glide. I would like well, Nicolo, you're the one that's firing the furthest. I'd like a perception check from you.
Okay.
So you see, Nicolo, as you begin to fire and you guys find that in dodging these things, you manage to soar and get far enough away that these needles become less accurate. You see a large chunk of metal from among the bronze and the copper that this entire citadel seems to be made of. You see rising up above some buildings around it, this massive humanoid form standing, it must be 80, 90 feet tall, begins shifting. The others all too preoccupied with protecting the plane to really do anything about it. You see a massive form, silver body, a lot of etchings and complex work making up its armor. It looks like a massive four-armed suit of armor. Its legs more like pillars than proper legs as it looks up. Its body made up of a seemingly endless section of overlapping plates with red and purple light issuing a massive crest on its chest, on which you see two of its forearms are crossed, and the other two of its arms are reaching out to the side. you see part of this massive construct's arm detach, as if it, like, pushes up from it, and a spike emerges from what looks like this, like, drill-like, bunker buster-like thing. You see cords hanging from this, and as it looks towards you, you see, and I'll share with everyone just for fun, you see, and this is a couple 100 feet away from you guys, but probably say more like 300 or 400 feet away from you guys. You see this. As soon as it loads.
Oh, the name!
Give it a sec to load.
Oh,
Loading
no!
right. Oh God! It's so cool. Also, we're gonna die.
As it raises an arm up towards you, you see it like reach out as if it's grasping towards you. Its hands straining, it then clenches into a fist, and the launcher-like apparatus on the back of its arm produces a massive silver spike that you see begins to glow with energy, and it blasts towards the plane. Gino, I would like you to please roll me a Constitution save to represent the shield.
Okay, I will put in the last 3 of my fucking style points. Heckin' Constitution save, you said?
Con save, yes.
Okay, cool. That's no!
As it fires towards it, you see this, Gino, like when Nicolo sees it and reacts to it, you quickly look in that direction and you see this massive thing looming above the city. Like, its waist is coming up above the buildings around it, those buildings themselves being like, again, massive citadel-like areas. As it fires this towards you, you see it like a rocket-like blast echoes in the distance. Before it reaches you, you all hear this, and then a streak of light as the large spike it fires seems to just become a blast of energy, a lance that, Gino, you put your hand out and try to collectively create all of Talamonia to protect it, but as it hits it, it shatters the pieces of Talamonia apart, and it breaks through and shaves an entire wing off of the plane.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
And you guys begin plummeting down to the city below you. You guys are currently 150 feet-ish above the ground as you are now spiraling and falling down to the ground. Is there anything you guys would like to do to brace for the oncoming impact?
I'm gonna twin spell fly,
All right.
and I'm gonna cast it on. Let's see. We need people who can carry stuff. Gino, and on Arden, because I think Nicolo and Marla will be okay.
All right. So you said Gino and Arden, you said?
Yep. Twin spelling that.
Nicolo.
Yeah.
As you guys spiral to the ground, you also notice over the section that you're on, various pieces of metal seem to be arranging themselves and closing in as if to form a canopy roughly below where you're crashing, as if where you're falling to is preparing to seal itself skyward. But he casts these things. Gino, you become aware that you can fly. Arden, you become aware that you are now able to fly as well. And Emmanuel, you are already able to as per your witch effects. So, with that, is there anything else you guys would like to do as this thing spirals downward?
So the canopy's looking like it's trying to grab us, like
Where you're crashing to, you're like falling into a slowly closing section. It looks like the place where you're crashing, the city is almost, Andromelech looks like it's trying to seal it once you hit the ground and like canopy the thing to block you from the sky.
Oh, okay. I mean, we're trying to get in anyway, but
I guess grab the people who can't fly and
yeah, Artem will immediately go to grab Theo.
Okay.
and I will go and grab Nicolo and Marley, I guess, or try.
You guys fight big old Gino putting his arms around you.
Nope.
No.
Okay. And then if I may in that case, Everyone grabs who they can. Gino kicks the door out of the plane. You guys manage to jump out. I'd like from the people who are flying, please roll me dexterity saving throws. So that's being Gino, Arden, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop rolling once, Gino! Oh, shit!
Oh, those two look like they're having problems.
So you guys kick the door out. As you jump out from the plane is just the moment that you pass by that closing canopy, which slams closed on the plane. It cuts the top half of the back of the plane just in half. The plane barely makes it into the street below, but the sudden jostle of the wreckage causes you about 50, 60 feet from the ground now to begin to plummet, and it disturbs you guys enough that, Emmanuel, you wouldn't lose track of who you're holding on account of the fact that it's like a magical effect that binds them kind of to you. Arden, you would get separated from Theo as you fall, due to... Actually, no, Arden, you're fine. You got a 17, didn't you? You're fine. Emmanuel, due to the effect of yours, you're good, but you are still sort of falling uncontrollably trying to collect yourself. Gino.
Hi.
You had kind of kicked the door out of the plane and it ripped off. As you jump out and as the canopy seals on the plane, you feel something big and metal collide with your back as the door that you kicked out falls and smacks into you mid-flight. I would like you to roll me a strength saving throw to hold on to your two passengers.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, you managed to hold on. Emmanuel, you are falling fast enough that you will take fall damage. Your passenger won't, but you will. And Gino,
I don't think he has a passenger.
Gino, you don't, do you? Right? No, I totally blanked on that. You're in that case, you have one last chance. You're going to take fall damage. Is there anything you'd like to do to prevent that, to stabilize yourself before you hit the ground?
Well, clearly, there's only one thing we can
use
do.
the ring on the ground.
I also want you to do one more thing for me.
Okay.
Roll me a concentration check.
Oh, no.
That goes there, and then that goes there. I need that up. A concentration check. I have advantage. And...
Okay, so
27.
All right, now what are you doing to save yourself from smacking into the ground and taking 80 feet of fall damage?
Take this ground! Yeah!
Oh no! You point your ring down, and a small jungle erupts from where you're falling as you collide with trees in such a way that, I'll give you this, you'll take half of what you would have taken.
Okay.
As you, Gino, due to what you rolled, your strength save will prevent your passengers from taking damage. You will take the fall damage, though.
Okay.
So you're going to take...
Quick aim for the jungle.
80 feet of fall damage. You take 39 points of damage, and Emmanuel, you take half that. You take... What would that be? 18 points of fall damage? No, 19. 19 points of fall damage. So mark those on your sheets, please, as you guys collide with the ground as the last bit of the sun above is snuffed out as the canopy seals like a massive set of steel jaws, and you guys are left in silence. The bits of plane raining down around you, because it's a vehicle you guys touched. It's doomed to die. The bits of plane raining down around you as everything falls into silence.
We lived!
Oh.
Oh, shit! Randy!
I'm okay.
You okay?
I crushed a can of Dr. Pepper, though.
Oh.
Oh. We'll find you a new one. It's fine.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I go into the jungle to go pee.
Aren't you happy you didn't pee in the can?
Yeah.
Would have exploded all over them. Oh, are you okay, Marie?
I've been better, but I've also been worse.
Gino, we both landed on you. Are you alright?
I'm good. I felt worse.
Don't worry, Gina. We'll buff out those scratches.
This large metal man
Sounds
cushioned our fall.
Sounds like Arden's dog made it okay.
Oh yeah, you summoned that, didn't you?
Good to know Barry is all right.
It's fine.
So it's model,
It's fine.
unmoving, and the dog equivalent of a T-pose just sort of Gmod falls out of the sky, hits the ground, and disappears in a puff of demonic energy. It's gone. It's done.
They didn't create like a falling animation for it. So.
Fido, thank God you're all right. Fuck.
Fido, no!
Every time.
How many times can I summon that?
That's just your style points to do it.
What does the ability say?
I don't know. That's why I had asked to summon it before, and like I didn't know what that meant, so I still have.
Okay, so you I didn't know what I was getting into. It costs style points to do that. So let's look at how many style points you would have had to use to do that. Real
Oh
quick.
yeah, I have Pandora. I could have seen if Pandora could do anything during that.
It's true, you could have.
Oh yeah,
So
that
Caliber.
whole thing.
So that's Call of the Virtuous Hound. That takes 5 style points.
Okay, so it's gone now.
Yeah. So you're down to 2 and don't even have to summon it again. It is a bad place to summon it because there's basically no way that thing would have been okay overall.
Yeah.
During that whole event.
But he had a little life jacket on. Are you sure he's not okay?
Little flotation device. Ugh. Well, so do we still see that giant thing?
No,
Like, is
that
like...
it was well outside
Yeah, it
the area
canopied
you've been
over us.
sealed in.
Yeah.
You're sealed into like an area that looks to be like a few city blocks wide. What look to be structures and buildings are raising up around you guys, but you are currently sitting in an almost junkyard-like expanse that looks like it's been kind of cleaned out, but there's machinery and armor pieces and such from ancient conflicts scattered around the area around you. The floors are mostly made of a coppery material similar to the rest of a Dromalek. These streets, if you could call them that you found yourself in, are very wide. They as you look around and you look into the distance, you see they range from 40 feet wide to up to 100 feet wide. There are all sorts of small lights and contraptions around the area that seem to move, some of which resemble pulleys and pistons as they clamber away, performing whatever operations they do to keep a Dromalek active. There is the ever-present sound of machinery whirring and humming in the background, including coming from beneath you. And anyone in contact with the ground, you would feel this light, very rapid vibration, as if the entirety of the Citadel and all metal it's made out of are humming and being rocked slightly on a constant basis.
That thing was closing over us as we fell into here. There's no way that they don't know where we are. Keep an eye out, and as soon as Manny is done, we'll make our way through.
What?
We have to head to the center.
Oh,
Then
I
he's
got
done,
back
let's
when
go.
Arden was throwing a fit over his dog.
He was so young! All right, I'm over it.
All right then. I guess the center's the way out. So, wait, did we hear that, or did I might just? I can't remember. I don't know if I forgot that.
I don't know if there's a way out there, but I'm decently sure that that is where that thing was coming out from.
If we want to make it to the center, if we want to take control of the facility, we're going to have to get there.
Oh, okay. The center of the whole city. Okay.
It seems we're in luck. If a Dromalek was operating at 100% capacity, sealing us into one of its districts like this would mean that we would be swarmed with Angelo armors to neutralize and vaccinate the threat. However, it does not seem a Dromalek has the necessary components to wage full-out war with intruders. We're not fully sealed in. There are passages for moving even in these sealed blocks.
They
Okay,
don't have
good.
the tools for war. Did you not see what just shot us down?
I mean to say, it's not at 100% capability. If a Dramalek was
how many
fully
of those
armed,
does this place have?
how many of what?
How many of those giant Angelo things?
The big
Oh.
boys.
While I am unfamiliar with its immediate construction, I would surmise that was likely Gilgamesh Angelo, the ground-level
right.
defender of the entirety of Adramelech. There is likely to only be one.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have any idea which way we should go then, Pito?
So I am something akin to an operating system. When I was moved around, I was moved through systems in the area. I understand how to move through this place in the sense of moving through its, we'll call it demonic internet for the purposes of simplicity. Physical orientation is not something I have ever been familiar with. Towards the center, I guess, is what I'm saying.
We're going to delete his System 32 at some point, aren't we?
Pitos?
I'm just joking.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds threatening.
All right, we will make our way further inside as much as we can. We find ourselves oriented, and if we can make our way through these districts without getting completely swarmed, then should have a good chance at least trying to get you in there.
If this place is trying to ready itself to be prepared for combat, which based on what we saw up top, it likely is, it is likely we will encounter some of its defenses as we moved. It's not going to be abandoned. Stay on guard. Arden should take point.
Yeah, all right. I guess I will.
Guess I will.
Neat.
He doesn't move. He's still standing there. He doesn't move. I guess I will. And he just like crosses his arms.
This is
Here I go.
probably just as well. I know the Central Citadel had certain airborne defenses that were much greater than those we encountered. If we made it too far in, it is very likely that we would have been entirely destroyed as opposed to simply shot down.
Well, it's good to know, I guess. I guess let's go towards the center, which is
Somewhere.
that way. Just points in a random direction.
If you can find any semi-operational construction facility or research area, I should likely tell you the purpose of Adramelech's districts. Machiavelli sectioned out districts for particular purposes of experimentation. He would create entire town-sized areas made for the purpose of specific experiments. Each one tends to have a central hub where he conducted these experiments from. We'll also likely want to find one of those to prevent the area we're in from being ejected. That is a thing that we do need to be aware of. These districts can be ejected.
Oh,
Cool.
But if you find one, and I am able to communicate with the system, I should be able to discover our orientation that way.
Alright, so
all right. So we should move.
yes. Yeah. Let's do it.
Kind of sounds like it's going to be like the questionable ethics map from the hit game Half-Life.
Just like that. That thing I've never seen.
I'm glad you have a point of reference to use in navigating this area.
We don't
You always
have
do
half a
so
life if
many
we don't
things,
hurry.
money.
Aw, thanks, Theo.
Beep.
Normally, I would recommend we may be able to find a transportation vehicle, one that Machiavelli and their servants would have used when moving around the area. However, given this group's luck with vehicles,
You don't have to say any more, Pito.
We'll at least get one good ride out of it before it combusts.
that does seem to be the way.
If we can only get one good ride, then we will get one good ride. Let's find
All right.
something.
Find a demon car.
Moving forward, Our main objective should be to find one of two locations. A ground-level passageway that moves through the defensive fence that surrounds the central citadel, or one of various higher areas that move into it via a sort of tethered railway. There are ways to get into the upper sections of the central citadel, the workshop, or into the lower areas. Either would get us in.
Does either of them have a train?
Kind of.
I want to go to that one.
It's more like a lift.
I mean, I guess what are lifts but trains that go up?
But they're planes but boats in the sky.
I mean,
I hate
that's
this
why.
conversation.
That's
I
why
hate
all of
everything
the
about this
spaceships
conversation.
they try and make are use naval call signs because they're still ships.
Okay, I like that part of the conversation.
What if airplanes were night stars and... Fuck, I said it wrong. I already fucked up. Never mind.
I bet you could really use a wish right now. Wish right now. Wish right now.
I could use something.
What do you need?
Now's not the time. We're a family stream.
I don't think that's true.
We're a good Christian
You're right.
stream.
You're right.
I know that's not true.
You're right. So we'll talk about it later. First, let's go find that one good ride.
Let's go.
One can say I found it a long time ago.
All right, my guys.
If only we brought it with us.
Alien mechanical landscape stretches out on either side of you. You appear to be at the center of whatever this district is. How would you like to go about navigating? Is there any particular way that you guys would like to go? Anything you'd like to look for, search for, head towards?
If no one stops me, left.
They said that there was potentially vehicles that things use to travel between things. So I'd say that just following after whoever goes off first, which would be Manny at that point, and looking about for any kind of vehicles that we could maybe mess about with or see if we can get to work.
Manny, are you moving forward with any kind of logic beyond left? Or are you just picking left? And
Okay,
in that case, Manny, could you please roll me 1d100?
Yes, sir. Blah.
And Nicolo, given what you want to do, could you also roll me two things? One, a d100, and B...
1 and B, got it.
I know, right? Could
No,
you...
one.
So one, a d100, and B, could you roll a investigation check?
Going for an investigation.
That happens to me so much. I don't know why. Whenever
One
I
and
want
B.
to list things off, I list a letter or a number first, and then do the other second.
I got my nat 1! Let's go!
Thank you.
One, blank. B, blank. 3, but written like Roman numerals, blank.
Aye.
Oh, I'm gonna say. So, you guys, while you're traveling, you do move about, navigating the twisting areas, the bridges and spires and elevated plateaus of this city. As you travel, you guys notice this place appears to be built almost as if it is a mechanical replica of what you might assume like an ancient Roman city is. Like the way it's built, it almost seems like whatever experiment was being done here, it was set up so it resembles a human civilization of the time, roughly 2,000 years ago, but only in shape. Not in function. Like, you find some areas that have columns that are very distinctly Roman, but made out of copper and, like, bronze. And, like, when you get close to them, seams and bolts run along and destroy the illusion of them being finely crafted. But it does seem to be what it's emulating. Eventually, you do hear Pito just speak up in the back of your head, just like, there's one. It seems that we've located. What would you call them? Let's call it a spider lift.
Okay.
You feel a thing pull your head in your mind. It pulls your attention towards what appears to be this large, it seems like a oblong, oval-like platform with a canopy around the sides of which are these massive spike-like legs. made of bronze. This whole thing being like the size of a bus that appears to be crashed and collapsed into a building to the point that until he pointed it out, you thought it was just part of the wreckage.
Probably can't use that.
I have two thoughts immediately.
Huh? What's up?
The first thought is that thing is just like the smash hit film Wild Wild West from 1999 starring Will Smith. The second thing is, have you seen this bit here that looks like it's all like Romany and stuff? It reminds me of a good joke.
What's the joke?
A Roman centurion walks into a bar. And the bartender says to the Roman centurion, he says, "Hey, Roman centurion, what can I get you?" And the Roman centurion, he holds up 2 fingers and he says, "5 beers, please."
Is it because he only had 2 fingers?
What? No.
I believe it's because of the style of writing that humans commonly used around this point in time, indicating that a V would have been a 5.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
I presume this is no longer the common style of writing used by mankind.
No.
Thank you for explaining it. Now it's funny.
Yes.
You understand.
Anyway, I don't know if we can get that bus down.
Well, I mean, how far up is it?
It's like crashed into like the side of a building, so it's like at the same level as you guys. It's just embedded in a structure.
Well, we can try. Here, let me give it a crack.
Every time we push buttons without knowing what they do, good things happen.
This is truth. He speaks the truth. Gino's gonna walk up to it and he's gonna try his fucking best to like see if he can like unwedge it from the building.
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay.
I'm gonna warn you. You're trying to get.
Well, not a 1.
Also,
Why?
by the way, get rid of all your style points. By the way,
They're all gone already.
all right. So you walk up to it, as you grab onto it, you pull, and one of the, like, 12 massive legs around the side of this thing, you rip one of them just clean off of it as you try to pull back.
Well,
So many ones, Eric.
don't know what's going on. I mean, it's got, like, 10 others. We could still maybe use it. Someone maybe gives me a hand.
Well, you see, you gotta start with the switches and move to the buttons. Every anime I've ever watched, they start with the switches.
All right, then let's start with the switches.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Manny, are you hitting buttons and flipping switches?
Yes.
Not in that order, from the sound of it. So, Manny, why don't you roll me an intelligence check?
It's big brain
boy.
time.
You begin hitting switches.
It starts with this big red switch. That's the one.
Say goodbye to your style pointer, Zodia.
You get up into it. You get up into the canopy and you hit some switches and start pushing buttons, and the entire thing starts moving. It lists over to the side and begins walking, and this massive spider-like transport begins moving around. But Manny, as you keep hitting buttons in this moment of like, oh good, it's working, these massive creaking metallic form of this thing suddenly straightens out. The top canopy rotates as if it's on a piston, on a fucking, I don't know, it turns. Swivel, thank you. And then it just starts running in a direction. It just takes off with Manny inside. Oh shit! Shoots, moving 60 miles an hour down one of the streets.
Running after him.
I love
Or
how
flying
we started
after him
this.
because I can still fly.
I love how we started this game off with Logan going, guys, I don't remember what your style points are, so go full style points. And now I think the only person that has any anymore is Arden with his 2 and Theo with their 7.
Joke's on y'all. I spent all mine on something meaningless.
So you guys are running after him. Everybody, please roll me an athletics check.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow.
You're doing pretty good.
Help!
Oh my god, it was so close to a 1 again. Oh my god.
I need Fio and Nicolo.
Oh yes, yeah. Fucking
Yay!
yeah. Oh god.
I, Arden, will save you, Manny.
Arden, Gino, and Marile, you guys rush after towards it, and you manage to, with your advanced speed and ability to fly, catch up with this thing as it's moving so quickly forward that Emmanuel's just like laid out on the floor, just like pushed back by the force of it moving, starfished and slowly sliding towards the back of the cockpit of it.
Father, help!
You guys you managed to catch up to it. What would you like to do?
I'd like to get in there and grab Manny.
Okay. You can fly, so you get up onto the top of it, in underneath the canopy. Roll me a strength check.
Okay.
As they get in as well, if Arden is up there with them, we'll just like kind of stick an arm out to like grab them and pull them out as quick as possible.
As you guys propel forward, you guys get inside the canopy of this thing as it just takes off, just rushing like blocks, passing by buildings, knocking over pieces of wreckage. It goes through a couple of buildings as you're going, but Gino, you manage to get inside. You see it begins to head towards this large, circular, almost temple-like structure. In the distance, it is just beelining straight for it, and was just a moment like, uh-oh! You just grab onto Emmanuel, duck out the side, and this thing rockets forward and breaks through the side. There's this massive dust explosion as it crashes through it, and you see that it falls as the inside of this structure is evidently lower than the street. You see it just falls, and you hear its legs continuing to try to move even as it falls down into this massive pentagonal temple that it crashes into. You guys hit the ground and roll, having successfully extracted Manny from it.
I think that's a new record for the loss of a vehicle.
I had it under control.
Hey guys, I found a temple.
Is that wouldn't happen to just be the place we're looking for, Peter, would it?
I believe it would be accurate at this time, appropriate given the surroundings, to say, Eureka, we found it.
Hooray!
Okay, so we did get a
inside of
useful
this
ride out of
massive
it.
temple-like structure, there is a large glowing sphere inside of it, and the inside of this massive temple is just this huge circular hollow that is coated in machinery that looks like old demonic computers and tech, but again, it doesn't look like the way that you'd expect a laboratory to look, obviously, from humans. It's all twisting black metal, jagged edges, levers, massive buttons, gears. Everything seems to overlap with itself in an unnatural way. But Peter's like, from here, I should be able to discover and map out the area. I should be able to figure out how we can get to the center.
Cool.
There's an explosion from inside as the spider lift detonates.
If
Good
that
job
spider
finding the
goes
place we
less
need to
than
go.
30 miles an hour, it's going to explode.
Oh, no wonder it took off so fast.
All right, well, let's head on in.
Heading over to it again, this massive circular glowing bluish sphere is in the center of this place with various cables and bits of machinery running down from it into the surrounding area. Pito would direct you on where to go once inside. He would direct you to head towards a central terminal to put your hand on it and allow him to interface with the system. As he's doing this, assuming you do,
Yeah.
is there anything anyone else would like to do? I am interfaced.
I was just expected that to be the last dying gasp of this spider bus.
I got nothing to do.
I believe we're just gonna try to get our way in there.
Wait for everyone to catch up from the sounds of the speed you were describing.
Yeah. Niccolo eventually catches up once you guys are inside, comes to the edge of his temple, sees you inside.
Hey! Oh, you guys are fast!
We did it. We found it. Manny found it.
Oh, good. We got one good ride out of it.
We did.
Okay. Right. I should be able to orient us in the right direction to begin heading in. I'm also checking to see if I can tell if anybody's controlling the system, but much like I believed from the outside, Machiavelli's demonic essence is still present here, but it appears to be no more than the ambient energy that would come from his remains. My theory that his body remains here, even though he is long deceased, or that his essence was removed and moved into we know where, it seems to still hold true.
But then who would be doing this if not Machiavelli?
Adramelech was already in, its systems were already geared to be in war mode whenever this place was put into the way it was. Sparta entered, battled Machiavelli, set up systems to keep certain people out. I'm not sure of the exact nature of the conflict, but this place never actually stood down. And now that it's back in the human world, it is simply continuing to resume operations and preparing itself for whatever the next siege it thinks will come.
Alright, so, that's good. At least nobody here is actually trying to stop us. We just need to turn it off. And maybe on again, or something.
If we get to the central systems, I should be able to disarm it and, as previously discussed, move it back to the demon world.
Okay.
Also, use Machiavelli's systems, if they are still in full operation, to, hopefully, with Briar's assistance, perhaps find a solution to removing you from the armor that you're stuck in, Gino.
I would really like that. That sounds good to me. So, which way we going?
To the big, orb thing?
Well, that's what you guys are, like, in front of, like, interfacing.
Yeah, that's what Beto's inside of right now.
Oh. I just got here, I'm sorry.
Once we are outside and begin exploring, I should be able to direct you. It's not as simple as simply saying down a street. It is a veritable labyrinth and moves from moment to moment, but as long as we manage to get out of this district before the system chooses to eject it to deal with us, then we should be able to find our way relatively quickly.
Alright, but let's not keep talking about it, otherwise we're gonna invite it to do it.
We're very lucky that we didn't crash on one of the outer districts, otherwise it would have ejected us much more quickly.
Beep.
Beep.
Well put.
Indeed.
Beep indeed. Good job, Theo.
Okay, so
Hats in Irish.
I guess do you need to stay? No, you need to come with us, so you don't stay here.
Yes.
So I guess I'll. Okay.
At this point,
Cool.
I do not know when you would manage to find another terminal. If I were to stay here, I could move through the outer systems, but would not be able to contact you properly. And if you go beyond the defensive fence of the internal citadel, I would not be able to move in with you unless you shut things down from inside, which you would effectively require me for. So it's best I stay with you.
Okay,
And there's
cool.
a chance that they would eject you, right?
Well, once I'm in the system, I wouldn't be in one location. I would be in the system.
Oh.
Gino will put his hand back on the thing and wait for Peto to hop back in.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, back in your head.
Okie doke. Let's get to finding the way out of this place then.
I also did a general scan, although I didn't have much time to see if that other individual is also here. There is some indication that another series of districts have been bothered with. It is likely that if we head inward, we're going to encounter the son of Sparta that we encountered before.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if he's fighting, I mean, it'd be cool to fight alongside him.
Wait.
Nothing.
I was cross-eyed for a second. I just didn't hear what we were talking about.
Don't worry about it.
Either way, I think we should hurry up so we can beat him.
Already walking.
Okay.
I want to get there before him now.
All right, my guys. As much as it goes against the nature of me as a GM and every bone in my body doesn't want to, we're coming up on 2 hours. You guys are in. You're heading towards the center. I'm gonna opt to say, let's stop here. And
Okay.
let's stop where we are so that there's not as much to explain to the others. If we knew it was going to be a shorter game, oh my god, it's so not in my DNA to stop this early, but we gotta. Because if we continue going, I will keep finding things to be like, no, we I don't know the like of it. It's fine.
No, definitely.
I think that we're going to stop there for today. And we will come back once we have the full cast of 6 people, unless somebody is sick, and then 5 people. But I think that is where we're going to stop for today.
Okie dokie.
Welcome to a drama leg.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Oh, no, I mean, we're going to do credits.
Yeah, I'm so sad that I forgot that fucking Pandora existed, but also whenever we were coming into this, whenever the big Gilgamesh Angelo showed up, I was sitting there like, all right, if I get a single chance, oh, he's already launched, never mind, because like I was gonna have Nicolo fucking use condemnation on him to try to stun him. Just fucking fire at him and just see if it'd fucking work, because I mean, looks like a construct. I don't know. Maybe it's aggressive. Who knows?
Can't wait to tell Hayden that Theo was a fucking badass today.
How dare you? Theo's a badass.
Theo's the only one that didn't that one day.
Disengaging standing desk.
Oh, actually, I think it's Theo and Arden, because Arden didn't, but he also used up 5 on a dog and then it exploded.
Spiritual.
No!
My fucking soul is just like, what are you doing? Keep going.
This isn't right.
Just keep
But I'm glad he got to come hang out for the first time.
Oh. Nice. Gosh. Alrighty.
Yeah, it's just so weird. It's just so weird right now because I still have like so much energy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. No, I totally get that. But in 2 weeks, we should be back with everybody and hopefully going and people won't be on vacation or sick, unless they are, in which case, fuck them.
We set the precedent. We can do things without 2 people now. It just has to be short.
We've got to futz around the whole time.
Honestly, that's kind of... I had fun at it. It was fun. It was a good...
I love futzing around. Don't get me wrong.
I enjoyed all of the things. I enjoyed that after Squeaky said the big long Spanish thing, they then put it in the call chat so we can understand what they said.
Oh, cool. I want to see it.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to translate it for the chat.
Yeah.
They can figure that out.
I'm reading it for the first time.
It's very fun. Very good.
That's hilarious. The only part I really caught was the Mommy Marile part.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, I think we're gonna say goodbye to our YouTube people. Alright,
Goodbye,
YouTube side, we'll see you guys again. Later, fams, later, friends. Enjoy your days.
I'll be toast.
What days you have left?
Fate.